guess it was bound to happen. Governor Bush's campaign is getting desperate with a negative ad about me. The fact is, I'll use the surplus money to fix Social Security, cut your taxes, and pay down the debt. Governor Bush uses all the surplus for tax cuts, with not one new penny for Social Security or the debt. His ad twists the truth like Clinton. We're all pretty tired of that. As president, I'll be conservative and always tell you the truth, no matter what.
Try to micromanage this war, and if you want us out of there, then cut off the funding and bring them home tomorrow.
Let me show you the kinds of things that are often said when soldiers are overseas, like this. There's no reason for the United States to remain. The American people want them home. I believe the majority of Congress wants them home. Our continued military presence allows another situation to arise, which could then lead to the wounding, killing, or capture of American fighting men and women. We should do all in our power to avoid that. What should be the criteria is our immediate orderly withdrawal. And if we do not do that and other Americans die, then I say that the responsibilities for that lie with the Congress, who did not exercise their authority under the Constitution. For us to get into nation building, law and order, etc., I think is a tragic and terrible mistake. You hear those kinds of words, right?
Sure I do. Americans are frustrated and saddened by the enormous sacrifice we've made and the gross mismanagement of the war. Now, my response to that statement is, and what happens after we leave? Listen to all of the experts who will tell you that we can have a situation in the region which will, in the long run, entail far greater casualties, far greater dislocation, far greater threats to our national security than trying to give this an opportunity to succeed. That's what my response to that heartfelt statement is.
Well, those are your words from 1993 about Somalia.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of thing we're hearing about Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
You felt that way about Somalia when you saw no end in sight.
Yes, I did.
And many Americans now are echoing your words about Iraq because they see no end in sight.
Well, if you want to compare Somalia to what's at stake in Iraq, please feel free to do so. I don't see any comparison except that there was chaos in the streets of Mogadishu, and this now has got to do with vital national security.
Senator McCain, you have said repeatedly, quote, "I know a lot less about economics than I do about military and foreign policy issues. I still need to be educated." Is it a problem for your campaign that the economy is now the most important issue, one that, by your own acknowledgement, you are not well versed on?
Actually, I don't know where you got that quote from.
John McCain was asked a question that included a quote of McCain talking about economics, and McCain denied the quote. NBC News got that quote from last month. John McCain was heard saying on December the 17th in the Boston Globe and Time magazine, quote, "The issue of economics is not something I've understood as well as I should. I've got Greenspan's book."
Senator McCain, has Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke cut interest rates aggressively enough? Has Ben Bernanke cut rates aggressively enough?
I don't have that kind of expertise to know exactly whether he has cut interest rates sufficiently or not. I'm glad that whenever they cut interest rates, I wish interest rates were zero.
where we moved